it's Jordan Jenkins, and we're here for another Tech Ambassador session. It's February the 27th, 2018. I wanted to talk today about an app that's really, really helpful, Newsela. And it's an app that encourages reading and social skills. So many times, the folks that we serve, they leave high school and whatever their level of reading ability is, if they don't continually practice it, they may lose those skills. And this is a program that is widely used in the K to 12 market, and you can use it just by signing up for a free account. You can sign up as an educator, which we are, and we're in a nonprofit educator, or you can sign up as a parent. Doesn't matter what. But once you do sign up, I'll show you what you get. Lots of topics, just like any other newspaper that you might see, talking about an article on the U.S. women's hockey team, diversity at the Olympics, why does sugar taste so good, countries of the world, China, falcons protecting airports, why do we have bones, story of Malcolm X's wife, on and on it goes. So they're interesting articles, but the neat thing about this app is you choose a topic. So let's choose this article about scientists at work strapping a body cam to a polar bear. Let's see what that's about. You go to the next page and it opens up with text underneath the picture and describing how they're trying to rescue polar bears because the sea ice is depleting and the polar bears aren't getting as fat as they used to, so it's going to be hard for them to get through the winter and also raise cubs. So they're trying to figure out some kind of solutions for this. So it's an interesting article, but look what you can do with it. You can take that same article and reduce the complexity of it 4 or 5 times. You can go through steps just by taking your two fingers and dragging it down and make it easier to read for people. Now, I'm not saying anybody has to read this whole article. I would be thrilled if somebody in a day program or other setting just took the first two paragraphs and tried to read them. Here's an example of how you go. In the original, the first line, a recent study on polar bears in the Beaufort Sea came to a disheartening conclusion. In a slightly easier version, a recent study on polar bears in Alaska came to a discouraging conclusion. A little bit simpler. It doesn't include the Beaufort Sea. And the easiest one is a study on polar bears made a sad discovery. Polar bears are losing weight in the spring. So, isn't that cool? And a lot of the folks that we deal with do have some literacy. And but if you don't practice your literacy, it's like anything else, you'll lose the skills. So this is a great way for people just to pick out somebody in the group that wants to try and read at various levels. It can be something very complex, or you could adjust it so it's a very simple read. And once they read it and understand it, then you could start a whole group discussion. So I was just using this polar bear story, and I'm saying, here's a question. What animal is the story about? Of course, it's polar bears. What's the problem the story talks about? And they talk about, vanishing sea ice. And are the seas becoming warmer or colder? Well, they're becoming warmer. And on and on and on. You can have an interesting discussion. And what is the temperature, change in temperature of the seas called? Well, it's called global warming. And I don't want to get political, but a lot of people believe in global warming, myself included. So you can have a big discussion in your setting. It could be over lunch, for God's sake. You can do this on an iPhone or an iPad. It's a great way for people to keep up their literacy skills, learn about some current events, have a group discussion on a topic, and really challenge themselves. If we don't allow people or give them the opportunity to challenge themselves, how are they ever going to grow? So I'd really appreciate it if you can go download this app, Newsela, from the App Store. Fantastic resource. Try using it. Let me know how it goes. I think it's fabulous. Our next call is going to be on March 6th, and I'm going to be doing it live from Mount Kisco. I'll see you guys then.